Hello, welcome back to Game Week 30 predictions. Today there's going to be a lot of games on. Well, not today, as this video is going to be released, but there are a lot of games on the Saturday. There are loads of one. Oh, there's one like Saturday night football. There's one at 8 p.m. There's absolutely loads. So today we're going to be predicting every game of the weekend, and especially the big games and Super Sunday. Oh wow, we have a massive Super Sunday. Now going to the first game, Newcastle versus West Ham. We're in St James's Park. Newcastle. If you would have told me before the season started, I thought they would be maybe fifth, maybe challenging for the Europa League. I definitely would have thought that Newcastle would have been higher than West Ham. But here we are, 10 games left to go. Newcastle are 10th and scared to not get Europe. And West Ham are pushing for the Europa League again. It's absolutely crazy. So it's very interesting because Newcastle they've been a bit inconsistent. Of the last 5 games they've won only 2, they've drawn 1 and they've lost 2. So it's hard to say, but I do think that there's not going to be a winner. I do think West Ham are quite draw heavy, but I do think it is going to be another draw. I'm going West Ham 2, Newcastle 2. Okay, the next game that we are going to be predicting, let's go over to the City Ground. We're going Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace. Forest hit with a 4-point deduction, I think last week, which sends them 18th place, and they've not been picking up that many results. They've not been picking up that many good results. Heck, let me show you the last time that Nottingham Forest won. Nottingham Forest even won a match. Last time Nottingham Forest won a match, we have to go all the way back to the 17th of February. They haven't won for literally a month. It's crazy. They've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Played 5 games. They've not even gotten a win out of 5 games. It's crazy. What do I think here? I don't think there's going to be a winner. Crystal Palace they're not in decent form at all. But they're in that form will just get Palace through if they keep on doing that. 29 points in 28 games, not the best at all. But I mean, Palace should survive. They're definitely not over the line now, but they're not worse than Sheffield United and Burnley and Luton and Forest. As I say that, I think it will be quite a shocker. I think because there's more motivation to get the win for Nottingham Forest. I think Nottingham Forest just about to squeeze it. I'm going Nottingham Forest 1, Crystal Palace 0. Then yeah, crazy game if it does actually end up happening. Keep in mind that is on Saturday at 3 p.m. Now going over to the next game, and you know what? Let's go to Bramall Lane. Sheffield United versus Fulham. Sheffield United are currently bottom. They did pick up a draw, which is an alright result. I think they drew against who did they draw against? Bournemouth on the 9th of March. So it's been quite a while as there was an international break. Fulham though, they've been smashing teams. They beat bloody Tottenham 3-0. I mean, yeah, you probably would expect maybe for Fulham to go ahead and get a draw out of that game because of how inconsistent Tottenham are. But a 3-0 win, absolutely crazy. I don't think Fulham will win again. I don't think Sheffield United are just improving. But I think they've probably left it way too late now. I'm going Sheffield United 1, Fulham 1. Which gives Sheffield United an extra point and Fulham an extra point. Now, let's go over to what game shall we predict next? Let's go over to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea versus Burnley. Interesting because Burnley's picked up 4 points in 2 games. But Chelsea are on a crazy run. I mean, look at that. Look at that. They've not lost since 5 games. They've not lost since 5 games. They've been picking up some good wins in the cup as well. Chelsea beat Newcastle, and they drew City. Yes, they did draw against Brentford, but you know it's Brentford. They have. I think every time Brentford have played Chelsea, Brentford have won. So to get a 2-2 draw, that's a pretty good result for Chelsea. I'm going for Chelsea to get back-to-back wins. I'm going Chelsea 3, Burnley 1. Which I don't think is a bad result for Burnley. Getting a goal at Stamford Bridge and not getting battered, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Well done, Burnley for losing. Yeah, I think maybe Burnley fans will be a bit happy about that. Okay, so we're going to go over to next game. We're going to predict. Let's predict the Tottenham game. Tottenham versus Luton Town. Obviously, Luton picks up a draw. Tottenham picks up a loss last game week. I do think Tottenham will win here. Actually, now I say this, I was going to go 2-1 Tottenham, but you know what? Tottenham won. Luton Town 2. I know. I'm not sure. Maybe because maybe because I'm an Arsenal fan, but I just have a feeling that because Luton know out of the relegation zone, they're going to keep pushing. And I think they're just going to beat Tottenham. I know it's crazy to think, but I think they're just going to beat Tottenham. We're going over to Villa Park now. Aston Villa versus Wolves. This is quite interesting. Wolves, they've been on a pretty alright run. And Aston Villa, they've won 3 out of their last 5. Wolves on 41 points. Aston Villa on 56 points. It is at Villa Park, so I do think Villa have a quite good advantage. But I am going to go for Wolves to get something out here. Aston Villa 1, Wolves 1. Let's go over to... What game should we predict next, guys? What game should we predict? Let's predict Bournemouth v Everton. Bournemouth v Everton. I think the reverse fixture is either 3-0 to Everton. I think it was 3-0 to Everton. Or it might have been 3-0 to Bournemouth. I'm not sure. I don't think this will be a 3-0 to anyone. But I do think that it's interesting. Everton have not been in the best form at all. They're 16th place. But without the points deductions, they would have been mid-table. They're not acting like a mid-table team. It's very interesting. I'm going to go for a win. Not to Everton, but to... I was about to say Wolves then, I don't know why. But to Bournemouth, I'm going 2-0 to Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth just get there. Is it 3rd win of the 2024 season? Or 2024 year? Now, let's go over. I forget what their... Brentford Stadium. What is Brentford Stadium? Is it the G-Tech Stadium? Yes, it is. That's not the only one. The only stadium I don't really know. I'm sorry. Brentford v Man United. Saturday at 8 o'clock, so it's quite a late it's quite a late game. But I'm going to go for Man United to just squeeze a win here. I'm going for a 5-goal thriller actually. I'm going Brentford 2, Man United 3. Man United just edging it, and Brentford have not been in the best form whatsoever. Look at that. Look at how many crosses there is. There was a draw there, but that was against Chelsea, so I'm not sure. Okay. We're going over to what could possibly be the Super Sunday that predicts the whole of the Premier League. And every team that is involved in the what's it called? Well, in the title race is playing on Sunday. Liverpool v Brighton and Man City v Arsenal. Now Liverpool, they're in fantastic form. Let's predict Liverpool v Brighton first. Liverpool are in fantastic form. Yes, they did draw. They did drop points, but it was against Manchester City. So yeah, Brighton they've been inconsistent as well. 2 wins in the last 5, but also 2 losses in the last 5. It's going to be very interesting. Liverpool are at home, so I do think Liverpool will win. But I think it'll be quite interesting. I think it'll be quite interesting. So I'm going to go for Liverpool 2, Brighton 1. And then the game that could possibly decide the title, Manchester City versus Arsenal. Now we did beat City at the Emirates. It was probably my most happiest time of October. Maybe Halloween, but Arsenal beat Man City at the Emirates. I don't think we're going to beat them at the Etihad though. They didn't have De Bruyne when we played them. They didn't have Rodri. They did have Haaland, and they did have Foden, and they did have Grealish. They had Walker. So we didn't just win because they had bad players. They still had Haaland and Foden and stuff. But now because De Bruyne's there and Bruyne's there, De Bruyne's back, Haaland's back, Rodri's back. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really interesting. I really want a win. Obviously, I really want a win. I'll be so happy, like over the moon if we win. I don't think we are gonna win though. There's potential that we could get a draw, but if it's at the Etihad, I'm not sure. I'm saying for us to get a goal, but I think City do us. I obviously really want to be wrong. I'm going Man City 3, Arsenal 1. Which, let's predict. So, Manchester City currently have 64 points. Wait, no, hold on. 63 points. Arsenal have 64 points. So, Liverpool and Manchester City win. So, if that happens, then we would have went first. We would have went from first of the Premier League. So a weekend will be third. And our 5th loss of the season. 5 losses. I know but it's 5 out of 28 losses. That's not really bad. But 5 losses. Last season we lost 6, I think. But we still got to go to Tottenham. We still got to go to Man United. There's that weird period in December, or at the end of December, when we lost to West Ham and Fulham. That's really. If we didn't lose against the 2 teams that we should have really beaten, we would have only had 2 losses. Yeah, that is my Premier League game week 30 predictions. Keep in mind there is a double game week, so I am going to be predicting the other games in double game week. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.